G'day guys and welcome back to the JFBS Supercoach channel. And today we've got some very exciting news as last night or yesterday, Supercoach has announced that there's an NBA format for this upcoming 25-26 season. I am so pumped. Haven't watched as much NBA last season compared to the rest, but now I'm going to get back into it. Watching guys like Giddy, that second half of the year, just tremendous. I'm so glad that they've brought it in the NBA. I would have been surprised if they didn't, considering that they brought in EPL and NFL. And arguably, I think basketball is way more popular than soccer, maybe, and definitely NFL. So thank you so much, Supercoach, for doing an NBA version. Still very disappointed on the NBL one. I've decided I will probably still do NBL content for the week, but it's not going to be like super strategized because it's not like Classic where, you're doing a full long-term season like tactics and stuff. It's literally just week by week basis. But yeah, anyways, let's just dive straight into it. I've got the news here. So this is how to play the new game of fantasy basketball in Supercoach. They've got both Classic and Draft. What are some other stuff? They've just mentioned the same thing, just in 2 sentence more detail. Okay, here we go. Classic facts. So salary cap format is 15-player squad, so just like a normal NBA team with no two-way players. Dynamic pricing, captain, vice captain, multipliers. So I'm assuming it's still double captain and just nothing for the VC. 3 trades per week. Coaches can activate trade boost for a 4th trade up to 5 times in the season. Okay, so 3 trades per week. That's interesting. Is it so considering that because they're going to do it by week basis, and I'll get to the fixture in a moment, but there's like 20 something weeks. So I don't know. Injuries are definitely more common in NBA as well, so that might be a reason. $2,000 for the win or 500 per second. Interesting. NBA Cup, they're doing this for APL as well. Knockout tournament, 16,000 teams. From rounds 5 to 18, $500 cash prize to the winner. Okay, here we go. This is what we need. Squad setup. We get 3 point guards, 3 shooting guards, 3 small forwards, 3 power forwards, 2 centers, and a flex. I'm assuming it's 2-2, 1-2-2, and then the flex. Start 10 players each week, best 9 scores. Count, lowest dropped. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yes, that makes sense. Because there's only 1 center compared to the rest of the 2. Auto emergency per position replaces non-starting players. Okay, cool. Would be interesting if there's like a loophole that I should do, but I don't think I'm going to do that. Points are based on real NBA stats. Okay, so point scored's 1, so I'm assuming if they score a 2, like a free throw's 1, 2, 2 shot, 3, 3. Rebounds 1, assist is 1, steal and blocks are 2. Missed shot is -1. That's kind of thrown this whole thing a bit, I'll be honest, because normal NBA fantasy, you just don't base it off how well they're shooting. I mean, you do because you don't want someone shooting inefficient. You got a really crap score. But it's now even worse. So, like, if a guy goes 5 for 17 and they're all 2s, that's 10 minus the 12. Like, that's -2 points right there. So, seems like you really want to go for efficient blokes this season. And turnovers -1. Good to know. Each game will be played Monday to Sunday US time, Tuesday to Monday Australian time. Each game week has resulted Monday afternoons with the next round beginning Tuesday mornings, with 2 exceptions: the week break from the NBA Cup Finals from December 10th to 17th and All-Star Weekend. Okay. Well, it's going to be a really crap way of playing for the casuals or guys who are just super busy in life. So, I mean, me, not so much, but if I do get to a point where I'm like busy that night, that's going to be really not that I think I'll be busy on a Tuesday night or Monday night, but who knows? Anything can happen, and I've like there's going to be really a lot less content coming out for NBA from my end. I feel maybe not. I really hope not, but you're going to be like I'm going to be making videos on the spot, literally, of who I want to bring in and who I want to trade out. Whereas like FPL and like NBL, I'm sure I have a plan going into it. So yeah. Um, but yeah, it is built for fans. I would say more diehard than new because I'm sorry, then I don't think it's going to work for casuals. Tip off starts at October 22nd, so we've got about 40 days till it really starts. From superstar guys to dominant big man. No, right, okay, they're just waffling. All right, that's good. I'm really excited. I'm going to have a look here. I've already made my team. I do have my team on my phone, like as a squad reveal. That's just what I've got at the moment. Name is Pool Party. Oh God, I wish he was still on the Warriors as a Warriors fan. Right, so 154,647,000. That's a bit oddly specific, I reckon, but I reckon that's for some weird reason why they've done that. But yeah, most percentage own. Well, let's just do flex here. Cooper Flag easily. I personally think if no, like that 42% that don't have them just are not playing the game properly, which is fine. But yeah, like you're going to see a lot of rookies here. Have a look at the highest price. So Jokic is the highest priced, 5 mil over Giannis. Oh, right. That's going to be hard to build a team around Jokic. Like, because for example, an extra 5 mil for that center spot, it's a big difference, bigger than like what people would normally expect. Oh, Jason Tatum, number one pick for me. Uh, yeah, okay. Ooh, Joel Embiid, 16 mil. I know he's super injury prone. I'm surprised Şengün's only 16 mil. Is he not? Did he not score that much? Well, he played only 74 matches, averaging 26. That's a bit interesting. I didn't think he'd be that low, considering he does. He's an efficient inside scorer and he gets rebounds. But yeah, something we've got to learn is that we cannot have shot chuckers. That's what I meant. So guys like Trae Young is a guy that you are not going to have. You got to really think about your point guards. So Shay's going to put up a lot of points, even though he's a very efficient mid-range player. He's going to have an off night or two, and that's going to really like tank his price potentially. And Luca, considering he's got the ball a lot, he'll turn the ball over quite a bit. And there's going to be nights where he's a bit inefficient as well. Anthony Edwards chucks shots. Halliburton's not playing. Damian Lillard's not playing. Surprised he's 16.5 mil. He'll be cheaper by when next year comes around. But yeah, Jalen Brunson, like these two have zero defense. It's not going to be any good having those two on your team. Steph, Devin Booker, I like the idea of having him, but I don't know. I think it's just he's going to be taking a lot more shots and responsibility for turnovers and stuff. So I think that's a really bad option. Shooting guards, thank God there's like DPP in this. So like Cade Cunningham, little spoiler, he's definitely on my team. I'll do a team reveal probably next week, just an initial team reveal of why I want to go with this team. I do have an initial team right now, but who knows what can change in a week's time. Kyrie's not playing. Josh Hart's interesting. I don't mind the idea if you do go that left wing, like that. What's it called? That out of pocket. I don't know. There's a saying, but it's interesting if you did go Josh Hart, and I wouldn't blame you for it. But this 25% going Anthony Edwards is making a bit of a mistake, I'll be honest. Trying to think. Dyson Daniels, 14 mil. At 23, I feel like I would personally think Austin Reeves would be more than Dyson, but steals is definitely a big thing considering he averaged nearly 3 a game, which is 6 points a night. Yeah, wouldn't go for a guy like Zach Levine. Cam Thomas, I originally had him, and then I watched a podcast, and speaking of that, they showed this NBA schedule, which will really help. But I initially had Cam Thomas because he's like him and MPJ are the two like stars, but they're not. Like they're just going to be chucking shots. His efficiency is going to be horrible this year because the amount of times he's going to shoot the ball. Oh, excuse me. Um, Same with Jalen Green, because surprised he's that cheap. Anthony Simons being 10 mils, interesting. Anyway, I'm not going to go through all of them. Centers is going to be the big one. So Jokic is 35%, Giannis is 26, and Wemby's 23. My initial team, I am not going Jokic. And my initial team did have Karl Anthony Towns. And who knows, it might change, but I don't think it will. My original team did have Karl Anthony Towns, but I just remembered Tom Thibodeau's not coaching there anymore, and he's going to get a lot less minutes now. He's not going to be playing like so many games a night. Oh, sorry, minutes a night. Goodness me, I'm so tired. Just having a look. Yeah, Miles Turner, 12 mil. Like, it's okay if you go for like these mid-priced options, but it's just a bit interesting. Uh, People go LeBron. Like, he's missing 13 games a year. He's slowly declining with his games playing. I feel like Jalen Johnson is not a bad, like, underrated shout. Wouldn't go Kevin Durant, would not go Zion. But yeah, Jalen Johnson is definitely a guy that I might have to reshuffle my team and see if I can get him. Just because he gets like points, like he scores efficiently, he gets rebounds, he actually passes the ball, and he plays good defense. He's a good, solid, like build and height at being like 6'10", 6'11", and the way he moves is really nice. Um, Josh Giddey, 20% of him own him. I'll be one of those 20% as well. Jalen Brown, 13.9 mil. Interesting. But I wouldn't go there personally. But yeah, that's for small forwards. Power forwards. Having Karl Anthony Towns as a power forward is really interesting to me. I don't think he's going to average that much just because of the minutes declining. I love Evan Mobley in a fantasy world. I think I've had him in 2 or 3 years just drafting him because he just gets blocks and rebounds, even though they've got Jared Allen. Like, he's just a really reliable guy. Franz Wagner is actually not a bad option as well. Paolo can be very efficient. Efficient one night, very efficient the next night. So 22% is very bold going for him. Yeah. Anyways, but that's just looking at the players off the rip. I won't make a team yet. I can give you like who's the highest percentage owned. We'll just do flex here. You got Cooper Flag. It's probably I think he should be 100% owned. Ace Bailey's interesting. I probably will take him just because. Dylan Harper, I might take him as well. It's between these two because he'll be behind a few guards and he's going to be behind a few guards. Like he's behind Maxi, McCain, um, Paul George. He's behind like Eric Gordon. I mean, this is him as like just like first year. Eric Gordon, I think he's still on the Sixers. Let me It'd be smart actually if I just pulled them up. Where are they? Right underneath my cursor. Yeah, McCain, Maxi, George. They've got Quentin Grimes. Carl, they like playing Carl Lowry. Eric Gordon, like I said. So he will be behind some players. Just keep that in mind. Let's go back. Jokic, my initial team doesn't have him in it because he's 5 mil. My first ever team that I built, I was like, I've got to have Jokic. But there is a reason why I wouldn't have him. Don't know much about Colin Murray Boyles and how Toronto's team is like really filled out. Doncic, Hey, he's a solid option. I like it. He can get triple doubles, so he'll have nights where he has like 50, scoring 20 points, 10 rebounds, 10 assists. Con Knipple, nah, wouldn't go him. Just because to me, in college, he just seemed like he was a good defender, on ball defender, and a really good shooter. But what's the word? It tends to be that Con Knipple or like shooters like Con Knipple will shoot the ball at will at the NBA level and just don't start off well. So probably wouldn't go him straight away. Giannis in my original team, he definitely will be there. And Andrew Nemhard, it's going to be interesting because I really want him because of you know because of Tyrese Halliburton not playing for the whole year. Would kind of love it if to bring him in. He did miss about 20 games, just under. Um, but yeah, those are the most owned so far when people have built their teams. I just want to have what's break evens look like. It's the lowest break evens 11 across the week. Highest is 112. Interesting. Why is that for Giannis and not like Jokic? Jokic is an 89. That's really weird. Oh, do you know why it would be? We'll get to that. So I watched this live stream. I forgot the YouTube channel. And it was three blokes, and they brought out this 2025-26 NBA schedule grid. There's the website, hashtag basketball.com. This will be super helpful. Now, it's not like EPL where fixtures are key when it comes to like who's got the easiest run coming up. This is more, are they playing games this week? So this first week, it's just threes and twos. So that's why I'm avoiding Jokic because he's got a two here. And then a 3-4-3-4. But then after all the teams like two twos here, you've got five in a row, and then a three, and then a five game. So not that I think he'll go down, but if someone makes a lot of money, and for example, I'm bringing in Giannis, he's got 3-4-3-2-4-3-3-5. It's a bit more inconsistent than the fours here for Jokic. So who knows? Maybe I could swap Giannis for Jokic and really just bank those points in that middle part of the season. But yeah, just want to avoid like Chicago Bulls is interesting because I've got a couple of my initial team. Houston don't have a good run at all, to be honest. They've got 2-3. They've only got 1-4 in the first 6 weeks, and then they've got another two. But then that run home with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Last 10 rounds have 9 fours. So interesting run home there. And that'd be the same for Pistons here with only 1 3 in the last 8. And then you want to look for other, like, it's a bit more consistency. Like Portland's got a 2 here. San Antonio have a lot of threes, which is fine. They don't have one single 2 round, which is interesting compared to other teams, which I think they all have at least one. Yeah, even Minnesota does. Yeah, it's just literally San Antonio with no 2. So, like, across the year, it's okay. But at the same time, because you've got all these threes back to back to back, like Denver, who have got their 2s at the start, and these teams here who've got 2 at the start, you still have those. You don't have a consistent run of 4 game weeks like Houston in that back end of the year. So you want to just be mindful of who you're starting and who you're trading in, which is big. So that's why I'm turned off with Jokic. Like he's going to be great. That's why his break even's lower because it's only 2 games. But then, like I said, once these 2 weeks go by of week 8 and 9, like that's a pretty good run home. Not this 2 here, but it's Jokic. he puts up like a game for him is worth 2 games for another bloke. But yeah, that's the website. Would definitely, I'm going to refer to it all year, and definitely my team going into it. Like Atlanta's got a good start. They've got a pretty decent run. I'll probably go through the fixturing in another video, which will be a good idea that I've just popped up into my head. That's the fixturing. I'll definitely do a video on a best fixturing and where you want to like time it. So I might have to like do some research and like listing spots of what I want to do with that. But yeah, that's NBA Supercoach. I am so excited. So excited for this. It's really disappointing that they couldn't do the same with NBL, but this is obviously what they've thought about. Having NBL on the side because NBA is the bigger sport. But, there's the argument that, Supercoach is an Australian, like probably the biggest Australian fantasy sports website or use for fantasy sports. Like, and they don't really, like the argument is they're not really paying homage to NBL as much because they're a homegrown Australian sport, like as well as the AFL, NRL. It's great they brought and BBL. It's great they brought in NFL, APL, and NBA. But it's just a bit lazy with the NBL thing. I'll be honest. But yeah, anyways, thanks for tuning in. I'll definitely make some videos in the future about the NBA. Supercoach. Hopefully, you guys enjoyed that. I'll see you guys next week. After game week 4, and after AFL finals week 2. So very exciting. Thanks, guys. I'll see you guys later. Cheers.